Welcome back everyone to Building a Simple Zoo. This is episode 2, and in this episode we're building a garden for birds. So, first of all, before we get to that, so as you see, there's this new big entrance. This is going to be the entrance to the garden. We'll get there in a second, but what I did before doing that is, oh, you're going through the lamppost here. Is basically do the what was in front the other habitat, because I thought it was kind of empty, and so we kind of needed something. And when I guest tested the zoo, obviously there were only the vans over there that are shops that people can use for food and beverages needs. And that's why I wanted to have a bar here, right in the center of the main street. Just because I don't know, I really wanted to do this kind of camping site style bar, kind of a holiday resort bar in a way, because we really have this holiday kind of vibe going on around us, or at least for me, because I don't know, I'm nostalgic. I used to go camping in the south of France, and the villages and the cities kind of have this look and aura to them. So yeah, that's basically why I wanted to go with Le Bobard. Le Bobard is a little play on words. It basically means the lie. So not the way it is right now. So the way it's written on the sign over there, it's Le Beau and Bar, and that basically means the beautiful bar. But if you know French, Bobard also means I don't know. It's kind of an idiomatic word, really. It's sort of this lie, essentially. This white lie, I suppose. It's sort of a white lie, but kind of a familiar term for a white lie. And I love the fact that we have counters now in the game, and we can utilize that to make actual real bars. I've been trying to do bars like that in Planet Coaster, and obviously it doesn't look the same because you have to put the boxed, well, they're not usable, first of all, and you have to put those big ugly 4x4 boxes that we used in the info booths over there. So it's really refreshing to see a new feature and to be able to finally play around with it. I think I left the radio on. Yeah, I did. Okay. So I'll have to fix that. Something that I really like in this game, by the way, is that you as a player have to remove the radio if you don't want it. You don't have to tell other people to do it in the settings, which is really, really nice. Because this is something that I had to put every time in my descriptions for my parks. But yeah, small little details. The light switch here for our lights all around the bar. Stools that are really, really simple. They're basically a sort of cylinder, I guess, a circle, basic shape. Sorry, the smallest one, and then I have some sort of beams. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with the pieces yet. You guys will probably, if you're used to zoo, you're probably more aware of what these pieces are rather than me. I only know that the poles, the beams, sorry, most of the beams that I use are the ones from the Twilight pack, because they're the only one that are flexicolor. So this is nice. I also used for the first time one of those sort of, I don't know, they're not mosaics. Mosaics are with tiles, but the pattern, I guess, those New World pattern thingies that are looking really designed, and I love the design of them. So this is what I did. Other New World pieces here. I'm pretty sure these are New World as well, or maybe Planet Zoo. I don't know. I don't remember. You guys will have to let me know in the comments, because, well, to be fair, if I just click on it right now, I would know, but let's just get a move on anyway. And then obviously you have to get access from the back of this building. So I put a door with a sign, not to enter, basically like our portal gate. Sorry, my French is taking over again. And little backdrop as well with those. I think those are ponytailed palms, something like that. Palm trees, so really nice. And of course, classic seating because obviously the guests will not be able to use the stools, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I really hope that at some point, well, obviously probably not in Planet Zoo, but in whatever the next Planet game is, maybe we can have individual seating, like more customizable seating, kind of like we have with the gift shops in this game. Although gift shops are really buggy at the moment, and I don't know if they'll ever fix it, to be honest. So I'm probably, if I ever do a gift shop, I'm probably just gonna use those as aesthetic pieces, essentially, not functional gift shops. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's move on. I think I did, yes, I did some modifications to the inside of the otter habitat. So I put those beams because I thought the roof was the ceiling, sorry, was looking a little plain. So I thought, you know what, let's just put put some beams. I think they're girders actually, so that everything is supported, and I put some footers to our beams because they're really important. The otters are doing fine. I was gonna say as well, I remember I asked you guys for names in the comments. The names are gonna be revealed during the zoo tour, essentially, zoo tour, sorry. Not right now, because I'm filming those in advance, and at the moment of filming this, the first episode hasn't come out yet. So, you guys will have to be patient. Don't worry, I will take every suggestion into account, and you guys will get to name 5 otters and more animals actually in this garden of ours. So the inspiration behind this was pretty much the Arc de Triomphe in Paris and many Arc de Triomphes throughout France, maybe Germany, Italy. I think Spain does those as well. It's definitely more, again, south of France feeling. So it's really the limestone that looks really south of France. Although it really looks classical in general. So I suppose it's not generally south of France, but with the colors that I use in the rest of the zoo, it's definitely making me feel like south of France. And I put some limestone details, a little bit of everywhere, like over there, on the ceiling, and some relief in. I think you guys call it relief, but it's a French word. You say relief from now on, okay? Of some leaves as well, because we're entering a garden essentially. So this is the state of our garden at this point. It's not much, granted. I do agree it is not much at the moment. This in the center is going to be our peafowl habitat. We're gonna have 3 types of birds because we don't yet have the swans. I would have loved to have the swans because I'm kind of using a bird that wouldn't be supposed to be. Sorry, was that a correct sentence? I was gonna use a bird that isn't really supposed to be in France, essentially, which is the red crown crane. Instead, I would have loved to have the swans. So this is where the red crown cranes are going to be. Peafowls here, as I said, and then flamingos here. In France, we do have flamingos, peafowls, and swans. So that's why I would have loved that, but we don't yet have the Eurasian. I think it's Eurasian pack on console. So fingers crossed we get it at some point. But not in time to finish this habitat. Maybe I will switch those actually if we get it while the series is running. We'll have to see, to be honest, because the red crown cranes, they're cool, but I don't know, they're kind of out of place, I suppose, compared to peafowls and flamingos. So yeah, we'll have to check that out in the next update. Welcome back to Tale the Bad Phone, and we have our animals in for update number 2, and our habitats are done as well. So let's go back to the garden. I really wanted to stop the music from the moment we step foot in the garden because I really want to harness the really relaxing vibes that we usually have in my Planet Coaster parks, or the ones that I have made so far at the very least, published so far at the very least. And so yeah, we have our Peafowls here. Oh, that one is sleeping. Yes, something I wanted to say, by the way, I've turned off our shelter and um, defecating as well, just because I was having issues with that, and I just don't want to focus on the harder aspects of the game. I just want to make some things really that are beautiful, at the very least, in my opinion. I really hope that you guys find those beautiful as well. This is a really beautiful game. Like Planet Coaster, well, Planet Coaster is gorgeous, but Planet Zoo is so much more gorgeous. It's ridiculous. So yeah, we have our peafowls here. This is our center habitat, essentially. The idea was to go from west to east with the animals. So think of it as starting in either the Americas or our Europe with the flamingos, essentially. So as you can see, actually these kinds of flamingos don't go to America. Yeah, but so we start in the west of France in Camargue with. Are you okay, dude? What is going on with you? In Camargue, we have a lot of flamingos essentially, and so yeah, this is kind of supposed to represent France. And even though we have peafowls in France, these are not the ones we have. I'm pretty sure that other peafowls are supposed to be added to the game, and these ones are Indian peafowls. So they're supposed to be, you know, the center of our habitat because they're in India. And then over there we have East Asia with mostly Japan, Korea, and whatever, with the red crown cranes here. So yeah, they're really beautiful animals, and I think we have a really good dynamic between the three habitats. Really noisy garden as well, but I really like the fact that I chose not to put any music in this area. I think it's really more relaxing, and we can just listen to these birds just make their noises and to nature, and just take it all in. So yeah, this is really nice. I really like that. Especially, this is kind of the first time I had to do some water features that are somewhat realistic, and I love what they did with the water in Planet Zoo, because you can essentially color the water. Now, I didn't do that in these habitats because I didn't need to, but I think it's such a nice feature that really should be coming back in the next games, because can you imagine if we have a new Planet Coaster, and like if you had that in Planet Coaster, essentially you could just like theme the water, essentially. That would be a dream, essentially. Like do a like the Nemesis Blood Waterfall or the Vampire Blood Waterfall. That would be great. But anyway, I I digress. This water feature is amazing. You can just put lily pads, actual cattails. You don't have to use the upside down bamboos like in Planet Coaster. And I think this are water something. I don't remember the name of these flowers, but they're really cute. I really love those. And some algae as well at the bottom of the water, sporadically placed, and rocks as well. Really, really like the way this water feature looks, and in my opinion, the one in for the flamingos look looks even better because it's larger. The flamingos need much more water than the cranes. Look at this. You might be wondering, by the way, why the I think this is a 4-H pool is in the middle of the water. It's basically because I didn't have any room elsewhere for some reason to put it. So this is where I chose to put it. I hope it's somewhat realistic at the very least, but that's where their food is going essentially. And I've put some scent markers in key areas so that the guests will be able to have great views of our animals as well. Like, can you imagine just being a guest, being here reading about the Phoenicopterus roseus, and just seeing them up close like that as they're being fed? I think it's just wonderful. It would be kind of freaky as well because I don't know about you guys, but flamingos, I find flamingos really really scary. They have those scythe eyes from Star Wars. I don't know if we can. Are you standing still? Can you show me your eye? I don't know if you guys can see. Not these ones actually, but some flamingos have really really bad scythe eyes. It's so funny. The Peafowls have a water feature as well, but it's not as big because they don't require water, so it's basically just taking land away from them, which I didn't really like. Sometimes they will jump over those cattails. By the way, you might notice that my barriers aren't really supposed to work. These three animals basically require a 1 meter barrier, and this is like maybe 80 centimeters. So what I did at first was do a trick using I think it's not really elephant grass, it's the other thing that I have over there by the bar. These things, whatever they're called. So basically I used those and made a barrier underneath the azaleas here. And in the end, the azaleas were enough for the peafowls, but not for the cranes and the flamingos, and so I used those those streaks to avoid them escaping, essentially, because it was so funny. I had so many issues with the peafowls at first. They were escaping, and one was like all the way over there. It was hilarious and kind of scary, to be honest, but it was funny to see the vets with their blow gun, blow dart gun, essentially. It was really really fun. Really classic garden, to be honest. And the main reason I did that is because in the backdrop, I really want to have a greenhouse. This is why you have those walls in at the moment. The building is not done, obviously. It's going to be done, and the surroundings as well are going to be done, so that this whole place looks far better. And I'm going to add a food shop as well next to the bar because we really really need more food for our guests. And the idea behind this greenhouse is to basically put all of the flowers in the game, so that I don't know, when you have a greenhouse, it's when you're visiting a zoo, it's not only great to see animals, but it's also great to learn about the fauna, in my opinion. Even though right now we're really focusing on European, not fauna, my bad, flora, the flowers essentially. We're really having European-based flora at the moment, but in some future sections of the zoo, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have some more Amazonian and Indian, maybe why not, African flora. So I thought it would be nice to have some sort of a teaser, really, to the rest of the park, zoo. Sorry. I'm still in Planet Coaster mode. It's only been a week and a half for me. Not even actually. It's been 9 days since I started playing Planet Zoo again, and but I'm loving it. I'm loving every second of it. It's a really great game. And again, I've been way too harsh on it in the past. And yeah, so this is kind of a teaser for what is to come. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely finish that greenhouse for the next and final update, obviously, because I'm not gonna leave it as is. For now, I just put the walls that were necessary to keep the flamingos and the cranes in, and yeah, we'll. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you, little bird. There you go, little bird on the topiary. So funny. I really like this garden. It's really chill. There's no music. There's no uh, nothing to stress you. Even though when the guests are in, I did every time I do an update. Essentially, I do a guest test, and holy crap, it's so funny how the guests just like all come here and not to the others anymore. The others are gonna feel so lonely, even though they can't see the guests really. But yeah. So this was our. Oh no, I forgot to tell you about the staff access because I had to redo a little bit of the staff access. I didn't want something like the peafowl. So the peafowl was gonna have its habitat entrance over there, just because it's in smack dab in the center of the paths. That being said, I didn't want that for the flamingos or the cranes, and so what I did is take exactly the same sort of build that I did for this habitat, clone it and copy it. Sorry, not clone it, and put it here, and that way we can have this staff path just going through the guest area here, and maybe to whatever the future area might be over there. So yeah, that's basically everything for update number 2. I hope you guys like it so far. Let's go straight to update number 3 and finish everything that has to be done in this episode. And welcome back to the third and final update of episode 2. This garden for our birds, and in the background the greenhouse, are both looking magnificent, if I do say so myself. Like, oh, look at this. I know I said in the previous episode that the game was gorgeous, that it was so pretty, but just seeing everything so alive is absolutely insane. I don't know why they're all cluttering around the flamingos here. Exactly, that guy is not happy at all. But yes, this is what I've done with the place, what I've done with our garden for today. I've put some trees, some more foliage around the habitat, and finished the greenhouse at the back. And the main idea with the greenhouse, I don't know if I explained it to you in the last update. Maybe I cut that part out, but I wanted most of the flower types in the game to be inside that greenhouse, to not only educate people about peafowls, flamingos, and red crown cranes, but also about the different kinds of flowers that we have in the game. So I tried to put every single one in the game. I didn't put the minor ones that didn't look as interesting as some of the other ones, but yeah, we even have some lighting, I don't know how that's called. It's the lamps that um, emit. Oh, I have a cypress tree that is looking that is going through the glass. I'm gonna fix that right after that update. But yeah, it's kind of the lighting that gives off heat a little bit to warm up the plants. Um, I thought it was really important, especially because of our cactuses, cacti. Is it cacti, plural? I don't know. But anyway, for those, and same with the yucca plant, the puya plant, and lobster claw, and basically every single plant that is growing in a warm climate. So yeah, and I use some of the aquatic full rocks um, to basically link the two plants together because I only had the different ground textures at first. So yeah, I think it looks way better that way. Well, you guys haven't seen it, but it looks way better. And I've let I have a little switch as well for the lamps for the stuff to use. So for the first time, I've let the guests in. It's not really for the first time. I guest test most of my updates, to be honest. But from now on, the guests are going to be in the zoo. I'm not really sure if that's going to be a good thing or not. I mostly did that because at first I wanted to do that for the otters as well last episode. But the problem was that I couldn't figure out where the guest cap was, and so I asked Maddie, and Maddie gave me the little tip on where the guest cap was. It's in the options on console, basically. I don't know if it's the same on PC, but on console at the very least, it's in the options. So yeah, that is pretty much it for our second episode. Oh no. As always, I forget about the staff areas. So I started working on the garden staff area. I think I've called it, yeah, the garden division of the staff area. I did not finish the background because I kind of was bored by it, to be honest. It's kind of just copying the buildings that are in the Keeper campus and use them for the exact same purpose that they have over there, but just do different work zones so that the keepers have an easier time. I was going to say maintaining the animals, but no, feeding the animals and whatnot. Not like there were attractions, but yeah, that way it's far easier for these two to take care of our free species of animals, and same for the vets and other vendors and whatnots. So yeah, that's pretty much it for our second episode of. Oh no, my bad. I added. I forgot about this shop, and it's a pretty important shop. I'm so sorry. I keep saying, "Oh, this is it for episode 2," and no, it's not it. But this is the last thing that I have to show you. I totally forgot about Chez Helene. So Chez Helene is a bakery, essentially. It's named after my grandmother. My grandmother was named Helene, and she used to bake a lot of things. She wasn't a baker, mind you, but she was an amazing cook, and most importantly, she baked the world's most amazing cakes. So yeah, I just had to make that little homage for her, even though she passed away. Well, especially I guess because she passed away, 3 or 4 years ago now. So yeah, I wanted to uh, keep her memory alive, essentially. But yeah, for now, for real. It is really it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, well, please do leave a like and tell me what you think about this second project in the comments, and consider subscribing for what is coming in the rest of the series. Next time we're gonna focus on finishing the main street and doing a, I don't know if I'm gonna do a gray seal habitat or a sea lion habitat, but one or the other, definitely. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.